a lot more about the Republican Party than it does my work.
And what we're showing is it's the closet. It's not homosexuality. It's the closet that breeds that kind of...
And the closet of hypocrisy.
Absolutely.
And it has given a lot of credibility to the work you began a decade ago.
You know, I went to journalism school, left, thought I was going to get this great serious news job, and wound up working for a PR firm that specialized in gossip. And it was in that world, in the 80s, that I saw how the gossip world would glamorize heterosexuality, but anything about any celebrity who was secretly gay, we would help them cover. It was the one area where they didn't demand the truth. Everywhere else they wanted to know who was dating who, but when it came to gay celebrities, it was accepted and understood that you covered for them and you actually put out lies. I started to write a column called Gossip Watch. It was a watch of the gossip columns. It was a look at how the gossip columns, which are read by more people than any other forum in the media, are completely constructed and created to glamorize heterosexuality and keep homosexuality invisible. In 1990, Malcolm Forbes, the multimillionaire publisher of Forbes magazine, died. And the media immediately, in all of his obituaries, held him up as a very successful capitalist who was dating Elizabeth Taylor for years, and yet they left out the fact that he was gay. It took years, in fact, for the New York Times to finally say that Malcolm Forbes was gay, and I felt that the historical record had to be corrected immediately.
And that's what I don't agree with. I don't believe that, you know, it's one thing to out somebody when you're outing a conservative or some politician or a president or somebody, you know, in higher position that are opposing gay rights or privileges for gays or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to out that type of person. It's quite another to out somebody who's, you know, been considered a ladies' man, who may have been a good father, who probably was obviously a good businessman, who may have been a good provider to his wife or girlfriends or whatever, and then to come out and out the guy after he's died. Like, what is the purpose in that? What is the point in outing somebody after they are gone? They cannot say or defend themselves if they want to defend against it that, no, I'm not gay. I just don't get that. I don't understand it. Do you?
Well, no. No, there's no purpose, really. It's been vindictive in many respects and causing hardship and heartache to, as I said, people close to them. For what purpose? It doesn't... I mean, the person, as I said, the person who's doing it is doing it to make a living, isn't he? He wants something to do, and he thinks this is a way. He fills his columns and his gossip things, and he makes money from it.
Right.
It's a way. It's like you're catching on to something to fill your program out. He's going for something like this because nobody else is doing it, and it fills his columns, and he makes money from it. So it's really for his own gain, in my opinion, nothing else.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm also doing this because I really want to understand from the people that are viewing this and listening to this, what is the point in outing someone? If they're living their life the way that society would like them to live their life, which is criminal free, you know, not robbing anybody, not killing anybody. If they're productive citizens, they go to work every day, they take care of their children if they have any. All those things. If everything that is supposed to fall in line morally falls in line, why is it your business to know what somebody does behind the closed door?
There's two ways of looking at it. One that I've already just mentioned, which is giving the person who's doing it, all the rest of it, monetary gain. The other thing is whether he feels he's got some duty to put the record straight that this person who is thought by others as being this, that and the other has got another side to his character, and to put it straight he's trying to he's providing this information. So there's two reasons perhaps for doing it.
Right, yeah, I understand that, but my problem with that is, let's assume that Malcolm was not a ladies' man, and at his heart he really was into guys, like so many of these Hollywood men are. Why do we need to know that?
Well, we don't, but the trouble is with public figures, it's sort of this thing, the public have the right to know about it. If you want to live by being in the public image and have photographs and be here, that and the other, the public should have the right to know everything about you.
No, that's not right. That's not right, because you still have a life. You're still an individual, and you still are entitled to your privacy.
Well, I do agree.
And if I had a father that had been a good provider, that had been a good husband to my mom, that had been a good person in society, and helped the homeless or whatever he did, feed people, whatever it was.
No, I see your point.
If he was that way, and then years later somebody came around and outed him for being a homosexual, why do I need to know that? I want the image of my father to remain the way it was.
Yeah, I do agree.
So I don't agree with people outing people just for the sake of outing people.
No.
Michelangelo Signorilli is his name, and he's the one who outed Malcolm Forbes after his death, writing that Forbes, the very symbol of establishment capitalism, secretly was gay.
I'm certainly not doing anything wrong, and I think in 20 years from now, we're going to look back and say, what the hell was all the big deal about?
Welcome back. 11 minutes before the hour, Michelangelo Signorilli.
So what do you guys think? Do you think that it's necessary for people to be outed either, in life or after death? Or do you think it's nobody's business except maybe the persons that they're sleeping with? My feeling is, if a woman or a man is gay and they're closeted, and the only people that really need to know that they're having homosexual activities are the people that they're sleeping with. If a man is having sexual relations with men and women, I think that he owes it to the women he's sleeping with to let them know that he's sleeping with men. And the same for women. If women are having sex with women and men, I think that they are obligated to let the women know that they're sleeping with men. But that's the only time I feel like a person needs to disclose their sexual preferences, or whatever you want to call it, their homosexuality, to anyone. You're only obligated, in my opinion, to disclose that to the people you are sleeping with. I don't think anybody else needs to know. But I'd like to know what you guys think, and leave me your comments, and we'll take it from there. Thanks.